crease them fucking shoes. What you won't do for love. Nope, it's me taking off my chain. Oh. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. What, you ain't hear about me? I'm a drink. My splits don't determine your splits. You're gonna have to pick it up. There you go. Fast you go, fast you're done. Don't go so fast. I noticed I have this tightness that would feel random from my leg, kind of on my glute, and then the side of my back. When I started doing something like this little stretch we used to do in high school, I realized, oh shit, the whole line of fascia is really tight. I don't know if stretching is really the answer, but it's hitting it. Like I can literally feel the one-sided back tightness I felt before in this, but not the other side. Fascia is really making me feel like an ignorant coach. Like I don't know what the fuck's going on with the body. Because now I can acknowledge I understand the problem better, but I don't really know the solution better. Like Cador stuff helped me out. Stretching out the top of my shin and all the stuff on the fibula for the back of my knee pain, stretching out the front of the shin and the side, helped that. That was fascia, but I'm like, is the sustainable answer just keep stretching it, or do I need to like do some technique for it? I don't know. So literally forever. It's like you're either gonna keep getting better or you're gonna decide to pretend for the rest of your career. Yeah, I think I know the answers, and then you're gonna low-key know you don't know everything and have to overcompensate with arrogance or like confirmation bias. But I've been coaching since 2016? So I'm on year 9 since I started coaching people, and I give the least advice. I have like literally the most patience of what I think I know or not, versus 5 years ago when I trained you guys, I was so dead set that I knew the right way. So it can be discouraging, but it's the truth. The only way someone can really say they've got it is if they themselves are in incredible shape, crazy, and everyone they work with, from bad athletes to good athletes, have transformed. If you've only worked with pro athletes and you're like, well, look, I work with the best, it's like, that doesn't really reflect your coaching. And then if you're not in shape, it's like, not even just in shape, if you're not elite at what you're coaching, no one knows it better than you, so wouldn't you be the best at it? And then if you're not taking terrible genetic scrawny kids like me, making them elite, is it really universal truth? Is it really that accurate? I don't know. Okay, so people ask what a butt wink is. This is that. Keep going. This is a butt wink. So he's trying to squat full depth. The only way to do that, because of the tightness of his groin and ankles, is just for his low back to start rounding. This won't hurt him today, but over time, going heavier and heavier is putting more stress on his back. Okay, you can rack it. Get the slant board out and do some reps with that. Just watch your feet, keep your elbows really high. So in the meantime, if he front squats and uses a slant, don't worry about getting super, super deep. Just let your knees go forward and really separate. Yep, exactly. You have no butt wink now. Keep your upper back strong. Just like we do a trap 3 raise, using the postural muscles, keep yourself upright. And then with all the mobility we're doing, he'll be able to get this, but without the slant, in a year. Nice work. So this will be a voiceover part. So deep squats aren't bad for your back. But while you're in the rebuilding phase, taking apart the squat to be more upright, keep the back out of it, as you're working on relevant mobility like your groin, like your deep groin, and the ankle mobility, you'll be able to get back to squats with your strong back and mobile hips and not have a butt wing and not have any. You'll be able to get back to squats with you'll be able to get back to squats with a strong low back and mobile hips. And feel so much better while you're doing it. And be able to get stronger without any risk to your low back. That means either the whole earth is sideways or my spine's crooked. Get more of a side. Yep, the weight feels heavier because I did that. Focus up. That's the next 3 months. My thing is, once I can get about 225, this is 245, but like about this for 10, then I'm gonna change focus and hopefully my ham's all good so I can start RDLing. That's the one I like being strong as shit at, is I wanna get to 405 for like 10. Yeah, hip flexor, ab, a lot of the machine groin shit we do, a lot of the ability of my hips and range to get that stride like fucking crazy. Just being strong enough. Yeah, I'd rather jump and sprint, honestly. Plus, once I cut down to my 800 weight, see how this feels. Use the slant. Oh yeah, that feels very light on my back. Oh yeah. Felt good. I just wanted to keep it that way. I'm not staying as upright as I'd like. Okay, the side. Get a little lower. A little higher. Yeah. My only complaint is that these shorts aren't shorter. That hook didn't really hit the algorithm last time. I gotta slow down. I see on video when I watch myself that I'm flying. It's hard to tell when it's yourself. A little hold at the end. You up? Yeah, go for it. You're rounding. Put your feet in front. No, not closer together. In front. Forwards. Yeah. Fix your posture. All the way more. Sit on the edge of the bench. The very edge, so that way you got room with the dumbbells. Sit up. More. Yep. And then from there, lean slow. Right there. Pause. Yep. You gotta tilt your pelvis. Yep. Like try to arch the low back. And pause right there. That's it. Keep going. Stomach forward, chest forward. Yep. And then hold at the bottom, hold. Lower, lower, lower. Push the weight into your heels and try to get your stomach up. Fix it, yep, hold. And that's it. So at the top, you gotta have the posture on lock before you even lower. I'm sick of high reps. Chest forward, yep. Don't go as far. Right there. So I'm not even trying to go down. I'm trying to actually get my chest forward and reach out. It feels way different with that focus. Trying to get stomach first. Actually, I only go for the stomach. I don't even try to get the chest. I just tap the stomach and come back. Because that means you're arching. I was gonna just dump it, send it back. Might hurt somebody. Right, a little slower. Yeah. Exactly. This one doesn't let you really close it. Like, this isn't very close. There's like way more room on most of them. So normally this is what touches, but here they have these big ass foot pads. It's weird. Just hitting quick few sets back to back. Saw Noah Lyles post a YouTube video of his workout. It was like a month ago or so, and no, it was a gym workout, gym session with some like gymnast dude for Team USA. I collabed with them on IG too, but they were doing on the list. They had tib raises, and they had hip flexor lifts, and they were talking about this. They were like, "This is hip flexor lift." I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "I guess you hit your TF, you hit one muscle that's kind of a hip flexor." It's just interesting them like seeing some of the shit, and the coach not really knowing about it, but kind of like, "Oh, I like the way that looks. I'm taking that, taking this." They name it wrong. They kind of teach it wrong, and it doesn't really like Nordics. How they always have them do Nordics holding their feet, and it's like they don't get, the shit will never really get better unless you get one of those setups somehow. It was like where we were at QC. Noah Lyles' coach is as good as I was as a coach at QC in 2019. Different amount of medals, but hey, I was working with Jordan. He was working with a U18 world record holder. So it's like, no diss to Jordan, but Jordan's been consistent, ran good times.
Jordan is also right behind the camera, right?
Yeah. Usually. That's why he gets mistaken as a camera guy, which is disrespectful work. Usually the cameraman doesn't run payroll for the corporation. That's the tough part about it. He's doubling up.
Or have access to every business account.
Yeah, for real. I do like to see good morning chest forward a little bit. So. Wow. Talk about 5-inch running shorts. Tight as fuck. I'm gonna have to figure something out for this one. There's something I'm missing. This kind of range I've never gotten, you know? It's just, after I warm up, I'll get close to the ground, but it's just so tight still. It's not really fully the groin. It's not fully the hip flexor. It's a very specific thing. Like my squat depth's getting better, but this isn't. I'm not sure.
At what point do you say like you're more, or like for me, like at what point can I go back to the bigger stuff? Like what's like the telling thing, or like I can slowly, not necessarily ease out of it, whatever, but go back to doing regular squats.
Well, probably to start, like, can you even sit? Like, or even with a little counterweight. This, you should absolutely be able to sit upright, dumbbell in front, without a butt wink, and have heels on the ground. If you can't do that yet, you probably should use heel elevation. If you're trying to get deep squats, if you're doing like half squats or something, then may not matter as much, but yeah, you should get close to me first, where I'm at. And with a little bit of counterbalance, can you even be here? Because the weight in front makes it way easier. This encourages this, which is where you end up into with the bar on your back. So in front helps you stay upright. The trap 3 raise, that is what that is, that upper back strength for the front squat. The difference of like this to this is trap 3 raise too. So Yeah, I would make sure. Your knees, I don't even know. I don't even know. My hip mobility still coming. That's a question mark. I don't know. I don't feel honest enough to like give guidelines. I'm very much in the figuring it out stage. So just honest. But right now, you're definitely not there. You can probably feel it. Like, do you ever feel your low back at all? Sometimes with the squats sessions?
Yeah, but I also haven't.
Done it without the slant? Yeah. Now, the thing is, if you go half squat, you don't get the butt wing, so you're like, okay, well, it's not abusing my low back. But the thing is, you're still not getting the same engagement of certain things. Even if you don't see the problem till down there, it's still affecting what's contracting and what position are you in half squat. If you have great mobility in your hips, you could probably be here half squat, but instead you're gonna be here, and it already changes shit. So, cutting the range isn't really a good solution long term either. Just do what you can, man. Get a good session. Don't even try to open it up, just try to stimulate it and own a slightly deeper range over time. Doesn't even have to feel like a stretch. Like, this doesn't feel like a stretch. It feels like a position that's kind of annoying to hold, and it's hard strength-wise. But if I wanted to stretch, I would be like doing shit like that. And I know where that route goes. I've done it. That's why I do the pulse, is pushing my knee into the bench. It like contracts it. This is a tiny bit of pulling. Realizing when you're not hurt, you can just warm up enough, jump into 2 or 3 good sets, get hot, really high quality, and then move on and be good and keep making progress with such more smooth sessions. When you're hurt, you have to find these workarounds and do like fucking 10 sets of light weight. Like, if I can't squat heavy and I want a good session, then I'm doing 10 sets of 20 on the slant squat. It's like abusing me. Or the pulses, I have to do 5 sets of 30 pulses. But here, I'm finally not hurt, and I'm like, oh, I'll just do 3 sets of shoulder press.
Yeah, but you can set sometimes doing too much too.
Sometimes, in other ways, exactly.
Like you're kind of compensating almost.
Because then you're overusing something else somewhat. Yep. So just getting healthy should be the number one priority. It's the biggest advantage for any performance. Because today I just did like 2 hard sets of squats. I warmed up 2 hard sets, and I'm like, okay, feel really worked. Did some sets of ham curl. Did the rest of what we did. Literally 2 or 3 productive sets at the higher end of what you can do. Really done intentionally. Good tempo, good control. Make it hard for yourself is enough. Like running. If I could sprint train, I would do sessions that are like 2 by 250, maybe 3 by 250, and walk home. And that shit would be great. Because I can't, I do 12 sets of hill strides. Not even hill sprints, hill strides. Great. Kind of overuses something else though. But it's the only way I can do it. Or 6 400s all under 60, like that shit. But hey, that's why I was doing CG mornings. I'm like, man, I'm tired of high reps. I've been doing that shit all year. Ham curl, I can only go lightweight, so I do 5 sets of 20. Anyways, I'm grateful I'm not in pain. That's what I'm saying. These sessions are getting more fun because I can just show up, not feel hurt, warm up, surprise myself, just do a little bit more, and then leave not feeling like I found a consolation prize. That's the mental games of being hurt for over 2 years. You kind of give up on like PRs. But we're getting back.